Good evening, welcome to the very first ever episode of Sports Week. We've got a massive night ahead. We're going to cover all the local football, Queensland Premier League Grand Finals, Big Bash, cricket's on its way. We've already had the Big Bash, Joshton, so we're going to cover all that. We're going to cover the AFL Grand Finals that were played the other week. We've got a full wrap of the Bundy hockey season with a special guest, Cameron McLean, in the studio. But joining me on the panel, to my right, Matthew Acker Edgeworth.
How are you today, mate?
I'm well.
Yeah, good.
Looking forward to it?
I'm absolutely looking forward to it. It's been a good, crazy couple of weeks in sport up here in Bundy and all over Queensland. A lot of grand finals in every code. Yep. So can't wait to see what's going to happen next.
Yep. So what are you planning to bring to the show? You've been on the AFL show that some may have seen, but some may have not. So what are you going to bring to the show, mate?
Whatever I can think of on cue. I don't know. Let's just, it might just be a Billy Brownless. How's that? And just enjoy the moment. Hey, but I've definitely got some stuff in the back there. So yes. Yeah,
it should be good. And over at the bar, we've got Daniel Nimmo, sitting over there like the old Trevor Marmalade back in the day. From the Footy Show, mate. How you been?
Grillsy, sensational. I mean, how good's this? As you know, I'm only here for the beer, here for the sponsor, the old Grand Ridge. Drinking the pale at the moment and going down a treat.
And also joining us tonight, you may have seen her on Wide Bay ITV's The Collectors, and also host of the 4BU Breakfast Show, Victoria Clark. Welcome, Victoria.
Thanks, Rhysy. Thank you for having me.
Most people hear you, but now get to see your face. Much of a sporting background?
Not too much, if you count wrestling on the floor with my brothers. But other than that, not as much as you gents, that's for sure.
All right. I'm sure we'll get plenty. You'll have plenty to say throughout the evening. Rightio, kicking it all off. Last Saturday night, Football Queensland Premier League Grand Finals held out at Martin's Oval. I actually was out there. A couple of really good games. The under-23s across the waves, minor premiers went on to win 3-2. They were 3 goals up, and Bingra made a bit of a fight back to get it back to 3-2. And there was a few nervous moments towards the end for the Wave supporters, but no, they held on, and well done to Jason DePappy and his team. I think that's 3 years in a row they've won that competition now. So.
Gee, that's pretty impressive, isn't it, Dan, that they've done really well this year? And
I'll tell you, we'll get around them 3 years in a row. Like that's it's not unheard of, but it's tough. Like that's a dynasty. I mean, Richmond Football Club did that. I'm not a Richmond. Yes, I am. Well, but it's a tough effort. So to win 3 premierships in a row, hats off to them. That's sensational.
In the under-23s. And the Football Queensland Premier League across the way were raging hot favourites. Went on to win they were minor premiers or won the premiership, but it was 1-1 at full time, went into extra time, 30 minutes extra time. UPE scored, Wave scored, UPE scored, and it was 3-2. So a mighty surprise there, but well done to the UPE guys. Probably the underdogs. I think they came from third to win the comp. So
well, the Eagles are a good team. Like, it doesn't matter who you play for, but if you're the Eagles, you're going all right. Waves Eagles, AFL, or whatever. Eagles, United Park Eagles. If you're Eagles, you're flying high, you're soaring.
So not like the West Coast Eagles, eh?
There's exceptions to every rule, Acker. Move on.
So, no, well done to the UPE guys. They had a very youthful squad and a lot of young guys, and I'm sure they'll take a lot out of that. And across the wave, season's not over for them. They head to Brisbane this week to play the, I think it's like a state knockout grand final down in Brisbane against Leichhardt Football Club from Cairns. So, good luck to those guys. So, while we were out there, we caught up with Adrian Elms of Football Queensland and had a bit of a chat with him.
Yeah, so we've got the grand finals on today for the Football Queensland Wide Bay competitions. The way that it works in Wide Bay is that the team that's on top of the FQPL men's ladder, we follow them to the finals. So that's why we're here in Bundaberg, because Across the Waves won the men's premiership this year. So our big event tonight is our grand final with Across the Waves versus United Park Eagles. at 7:30.
Okay, so this is the senior men's you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yep.
how did the rest of the grand finals go with the other classes?
Yeah, so we had the under-13s first up. That was a Fraser Flames win against Across the Waves. Across the Waves have been very strong. They've got a team in just about every division. So the under-16s were next, and the Bayside Strikers got up against Across the Waves in a great game. It was 5-2, so it was goals galore. Behind us at the moment, we've got our Division 1 men. So this is United Warriors from Hervey Bay versus Granville from Maryborough. And they've brought a whole heap of support, so they're making a great amount of noise and great atmosphere here. Then we followed with the 23s and then followed by the men. What Football Queensland's done is they put on a post-season junior competition. It's going to be happening in both Bundaberg and Hervey Bay. And what it is, it's like a taster for all the new players that want to come down and have a go, but don't want to commit to a full season just yet. They want to have a taste to see how it goes. So what we're going to do, we're going to have them all turn up on a Thursday. They're going to be all there at the same time, and we'll divide them all up and put bibs on them and let them have multiple games. And it goes for 10 weeks, and it should be really good. Yeah, great taster for everyone. Don't have to be involved with the club. We can allocate people into teams.
Okay, and so how do people get in contact if they're interested to have a bit of a taste?
Yep.
What's the go? Just rock up on the day?
No, so turn up. So go to the Football Queensland website, and it's called the Summer 10 series, and follow the links. So we'll put you into teams, and we'll put you into the right area, and we go from there. Because it's not just happening in Wide Bay. This is going to be a Queensland-wide initiative.
Okay, so now we talked a moment ago about since the Matildas had their almost success.
Yes.
So close. It was a really tight game.
Yeah.
Everything, the whole country was glued to that too.
Great participation on TV stats. It's been great. Yeah.
So I was going to say, football in general, particularly in the Wide Bay, how's it going over the last few years? Has it been stagnant numbers-wise, or is it growing, or what's it?
We've got a gradual increase, which is great, and we're encouraging that. We had some difficulties obviously a few years ago with COVID, like a few did. We had some floods a year after, and this year we've had a nice problem. We've been rescheduling our games around the World Cup so that if people wanted to go down to Brisbane to watch the games live, we weren't interfering with their particular games. So there were lots of fixture changes, but for a great cause.
Okay, and so this is the end of the season this year.
Yep.
When does the season kick off, just for my own knowledge?
Yeah, sure. So the season's usually called a winter season, but it's around Easter. So we're actually in the conversations at the moment, wondering if we should go 2 weeks before Easter or wait till after Easter, but it's around that time that the season kicks off. Some of the men's teams train all year round. They want to keep fit. They keep together and keep kicking on during the off-season, which we encourage as well. We just have to look after our fields a little bit so they've got some great services to come back and play on. There you go, that's 2-0 for United. I'll just wait for this mistake.
So as you can see, it's all happening behind you.
Yes, it's been great. It's a great day out. There's goals galore. Crowd's been excellent. So all we could wish for. We've got a centralised marketing team down in Brisbane that do a lot of our social media and things like that, and they've been pumping it hard too because there's finals everywhere at the moment. So it's been a really busy time for us. Yeah, we've got a Masters tournament coming up in Maryborough in 2 weeks' time. So it's the 29th, the 30th and the 1st of October. And Federation Park's going to be where it's all happening. At the moment, we've got 9 men's teams and 6 ladies' teams. And there's room for more if we need to. So it's over 30s for ladies and over 35s for men.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes. Very competitive too. Yeah.
Adrian, thank you so much.
No worries. Thanks very much for your time.
Yeah, thanks there to Adrian. Big day at soccer out there, or soccer football, I should say, out at Martin's Oval. And Nimo?
I was just listening to Aka during the break there, and he's like, maybe I should play soccer. That looks pretty easy, but Aka, I reckon you'll be a bit like Cinderella, mate, always running away from the ball.
Oh, God.
Yeah. No, so as we said, well done to all those teams that won, especially to Cross the Waves in the under-23s and UPE in the A grade. All right, we're going to head to our first break. After the break, we're going to talk all about hockey. Cam McLean's going to join us at the desk.
Rum City Foods stocks everything. Paul's Milk, frozen products, packaged foods, dairy, bakery, drinks, chemicals, and all the hospitality packaging you need. Find them at rumcityfoods.com.au or at their massive new premises on Commercial Street, Bundaberg.
Hi, welcome back to the show. Okay, it's time to talk hockey. Joining us at the desk is Bundaberg Hockey Association Vice President Cam McLean. Welcome, Cam.
G'day, Rhys. How you going?
Good. Season's wrapped up.
It is, yep.
Ready for a break?
Yeah. Well, yeah, some of us are. But no, I finished a couple of weeks ago, so we had a pretty good season. I think the main thing that came out of the season was that we started up Premier League again this year. For those people who don't know, Premier League is the competition between Bundaberg, Hervey Bay and Maryborough. There's 4 teams, 4 senior clubs in Bundaberg and 2 each in Hervey Bay and Maryborough. So it hasn't been happening for 3 or 4 years because of COVID and various other reasons.
I would say about 6. I think the
Oh,
last
probably
season I got played was about 2016.
Oh, yeah, probably. It could be right. It could be right. But anyway, we got that back going because we thought it would improve the competition. And it did. I think we all got positive feedback from it. We only played 1 round, so we only played each other once. We're thinking of trying to do it so we have a round home and away.
Yep.
So we play each other twice, once at home and once away. So that should take up more of the season rather than just going back to your locals and playing the same old clubs all the time. So
Yep.
I think it was really good. And Bundaberg had the ladies from Rovers Raiders win the competition this year, so the Premier League, and they also won the local competition as well. So they had a good year. So
Yep.
it was good that they finished on top, and for a small association, we did pretty well.
Yep. So in terms of the men, Granville Tigers were always strong.
Yeah, they're always strong.
Were always strong when I played.
Yeah.
Is that still the case in the Premier League men?
Yeah, pretty much. I think they won this year again. I think.
Yep.
So. Yeah, they're always pretty hard to beat. The club I'm associated with, Arrows Athletics, we had a pretty young team, but we only lost 4-0. But they're a pretty dominant team, and they go pretty well. So, but it's just good for the competition and for all associations, I think, to try and grow the sport. And
yeah, we obviously
involved.
see that with these guys in the AFL. They play with, more predominantly Hervey Bay, but Maryborough has teams in the past. And we just spoke about soccer before the break and it having the Wide Bay competition. And I think for healthy sport in general, I don't know what you guys think, but to have a Wide Bay zone competition is strong for any competition.
Oh, it's incredible. It's what you need. Without that, you're playing against yourselves almost. And
Yeah, that's right.
Where's the fun in that, or where's the competition in that? It
Yeah.
makes it hard, doesn't it, to improve and to also compete.
Yeah, I think so.
And it just gives that variation of playing against different players and different people, and you meet different people. And when you go and play rep sport, Wide Bay sport, you already know the guys or girls that you're playing with. And who doesn't love a bus trip?
Yeah,
I'm sure you'd be around a bus trip, Acker.
I've been on a few bus trips, but nothing like coming home with the girls from the Waves who won their premiership this year, and geez, they were going very strong in the bus on the way home, so they were singing and cheering all the way home.
There's usually a few stops off at the pub somewhere on the long way.
I know there was a few stops, I think, on the side of the road.
Won't go there.
Yeah. So on the representative scene, hockey, Cam, Bundaberg always has a high representation, not only at the state carnivals but also in state sides. But we were talking in the break about the Bundy vet women that went away.
Yeah, I went to that, and originally they were in grade 2, and then they won that competition last year, and they went up to grade 1, and they were a bit worried that they might be a bit of a punching bag for that competition, but they came out to be the 3rd best in the state, so that was pretty good. It's excellent.
I've got a question for you. How are you going with your women? Like the AFL have done really well and the Rugby League have done well with their women. How's the hockey women going this year? Like you getting good numbers?
Yeah, I think I think all sports want more numbers, but like the money in hockey is not really there. Like I know that the AFL and the soccer have a hierarchy which pour more money into the game, whereas hockey is not quite the same. So we really have to try and boost the numbers up by ourselves, and it can be difficult at times. But as I said, like for our women to be the third best in the state is a remarkable achievement, and
That's awesome.
it really is awesome. They played very well. I watched it, and it was fantastic. I think the men finished 8th. I went to that as well, and they were same deal there. Like, we actually in Bundaberg, all our teams are actually full of Bundaberg players, whereas sometimes other leagues bring in players from
Yeah, that's
other
something to
areas.
be proud of, isn't it?
Yeah, and
absolutely.
instead of playing, I think, like in the men, I think we played Cairns, and we played Cairns, and I think there's about 6 Brisbane players in there. So it's, if Bundaberg actually played an association that there was an actual association team, we'd probably do even better.
Dominate, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just so for a small association, we do really well.
Yeah, and obviously with 24 players being named in state sides from under 13 girls right through to the Masters teams is fantastic to provide that many players.
Yeah. And
one association in the state sides is fantastic.
And we've got a few players playing in the Masters Championships in Perth this weekend, so they're flying over there to represent Queensland. So it's a great achievement for these players. We've done
That's
that.
awesome.
So,
That's good stuff.
One thing that you guys, or Bundaberg Hockey, set up as a thing this year was an umpiring academy.
Yep.
I know everyone struggles for umpires and helpers. Can you tell us a bit about how that worked?
Yeah, well, it was set up by Abby and Amanda, who are senior umpires. Abby's a badged umpire, so she does all rep stuff. It's basically there just for young players, young umpires who want to umpire. There's not too many old blokes or old ladies in that academy. They're all young kids, just to try and boost their confidence, because a lot of them do lack confidence into umpiring games. It can be a bit daunting at times when you've got coaches and spectators giving their opinions when they don't need to. But it has really worked really well, and those academy umpires were picked to be in the finals, umpire the finals. So they're the ones that get the glory, so to speak, because they were at the academy, and we've had a lot of good comments from opposition coaches and players, and say, well, they umpired really well, and they're tutored every game, so that the academy umpires, Abby and Amanda, are always there. So they speak to them at quarter time, half time, 3/4 time, just to let them know what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. So hopefully, once they get better, they won't need that. They'll just keep progressing through the.
I mean, like I'm an AFL umpire, and we get paid, I think, good money for it. How do you guys? You guys get paid well to be an umpire for hockey?
Well,
is it something that you're trying to get the junior kids to come through?
Yeah, well, every junior kid gets $10 voucher.
Yes.
Every game, so that they can use it at the canteen or whatever they want to do, or they can have their fees reduced if they want.
Yeah, and what
things like
what
that.
grade is like for juniors? So our juniors is probably from under 12s in the AFL and rugby league. I think it's the same. What's your juniors for those sort of kids, like from 12s to 8s, or?
Yeah, well, we try and do it so that we've got under 7s, under 9s, which aren't competition. They're just learning how to play the game, and then from under 11s upwards is for points.
Yes.
Between the clubs. So from under 11s, we have an umpire, 2 umpires. So those we try to get it so that maybe an under 13 umpires are under 11 and under 16 umpires under 13. It's just, and even higher age groups to umpire, so that they don't feel.
And is there a place where if there's a kid or there's an adult or that wants to umpire hockey for next year, is there a place where they can go?
Yeah, just
a phone number or something that they can ring?
The Bundaberg Hockey Association Facebook page.
Yep.
It's got all the information there to contact any club or any person like myself.
Tax-free money for umpiring?
Oh, well, I just go straight to the canteen and get the $10 worth. So
You'd be good at
probably
that.
tax-free.
You'd be good at umpiring because you're always running away from the ball.
Again.
Backwards.
Look.
I'm going to leave that one.
No.
But no, it's been a good.
Oh, God, you're good.
It's been a good thing to bring in, and it'll be happening again next year too. So.
Yeah, very great initiative, and I think all sports could probably follow suit.
Yeah, I think so.
So overall, the season, from an executive point of view, a point of view, happy with numbers wise, how everything
Oh,
ran?
yeah.
There's obviously always areas that you know you could improve or things that could improve and that.
Oh, look, there's always struggles for numbers, but this year I think every club had a team in every age group. Pretty strong numbers from what I saw. I was out there most Saturday mornings to see the kids play, so they were, they're pretty strong teams, and each club had a different. It was all spread out with regards to the premiers, but that's, in my point of view, I don't really care about who wins as long as people are out there enjoying themselves. So, that's good.
For sure.
I think it's a good idea, and we always want more people. So, if you want to come and play hockey, please do so, and just go on the Facebook page and check it out.
Yep.
I guess
Now,
now we're change careers. I could do it with a $10 voucher each time.
I don't really need it, but
When does the pre-season kick off for you guys?
Usually the season usually starts in the end of March, pretty much straight after the cricket season. So a lot of clubs, start their pre-season in January. But it just depends if people playing other sports. It's a bit difficult. Sometimes there's an overlap at either season. So
Yeah, there is for a lot of sports up there. Yeah, the rugby union as well.
Like my son, he plays hockey. He's a goalkeeper, and he also plays cricket for across the way. So he wasn't here last week. So there's just times where the first few games might be a bit short, but generally it's all pretty good.
That's good.
So we're now heading into the indoor season.
Yes.
It's taken off in the last couple of years, the indoor hockey scene.
Yeah, we've had a lot of old fellas and old ladies come back and have a bit of a hit. It was at Shallone College last year. Not 100% sure where it's going to be. It could be at the PCYC this year. But all the details will be on the Facebook page once we get up and going. Once again, we have all age groups to go and play indoor. I'm usually involved in the Opens. And like the Opens are down in Maryborough this year because Maryborough got an indoor centre.
Oh.
So.
And do you need umpires for that?
We do.
There we go.
I'm not sure to get $10, but but once again, Bundaberg doesn't have an actual indoor sports centre, hockey centre. So we just rely on people's ability, basically. So we might go down there and have 2 or 3 hours of practice on the field, and then next day we're into it. So we're just relying on people's abilities, and we do really well there too. So we've got some great players in this association, and it stands out sometimes. And we beat the down the road people like Brisbane and Gold Coast and all these fancy people. I think they do everything right, but no, it's really good. So
no, we'll keep an eye on it, and I'm sure we'll be able to cover some of these championships coming up. And,
I hope so.
Thanks for coming in, and Bundaberg Hockey had a fantastic season.
Yeah, it did. So.
Righto, Victoria, we've got some interesting information about some competitions we're running. Free beer and a holiday. What else more could you ask for?
Yeah, no, that's it, Rhys. So at the moment, who doesn't love a free gift, especially during, I think, whenever anyone's throwing $5,000 your way, I don't think you're supposed to question that. But there is a $5,000 voucher up for grabs at the moment. It's all,
get around it, eh?
And, even more important, free beer. So it's all thanks to if he puts it down, Grand Ridge Brewery, Heavenly Holidays, and the Sports Week as well. It's a $5,000 voucher that can go towards accommodation to any Heavenly Holiday luxury homes located in Victoria and Queensland. So if you want to find out the precise location of these homes, as well as how you can enter the contest, just go to any of the local channel sites. Excuse me, I'm doing fine, thank you. Just go to any of our local channel sites with all the information, enter, it's completely for free. And when you do take away victory, Grand Ridge Brewery will chuck in a couple of cases of their award-winning beer as well. So check it out. Don't want to miss out on that one.
It's all up there as well.
And it's good too, isn't it, Nemo? We've already sampled a couple.
Oh, had a couple, Grillsy.
But that's not all, actually, because we've also got double passes to the Lighthouse Rock Music Festival coming up later in the year. So anyone who's a big fan of some pretty iconic rock bands, enter now. It's all sponsored by Lighthouse Rock. But that's still not all, because we've also got these little vouchers here, these little bad boys. $20 gift vouchers to Fields Bakery. So we got a couple of those to give away, and if you're in the audience for new shows on the Sports Week, you can go in the draw to win a $20 voucher as well. So we've got a couple of contests running at the moment, whole lot of different levels, but something for everyone.
Get around it.
How good's that? Go to Lighthouse Rock and get some free tickets, eh?
Yeah.
Screaming Jets, I think. Baby Animals.
Ice
there.
House.
That's right. Living End, I think.
Ice House.
No, it's going to be a fantastic show.
Be a cracker,
Yeah.
won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be a
Crack a
great
few cold
weekend.
ones there too.
Yes, yes.
14th and 15th of October, I believe, around that time.
Jeez, it's not far away.
Coming up in a hurry.
Yes.
So Victoria, we've seen you on a Wide Bay ITV, The Collectors.
Yes.
What can you fill us in about that's happening around there?
Yeah, so Rhys, I'm the host for one of Wide Bay ITV shows, The Collectors. We talk to anyone local who's got their own little anthology of something that they've built up over the years. Now, it can be a collection of anything, really. I don't discriminate, I don't judge. And we've had some really fantastic collections so far. The most recent episode is now up, ready to view on the Wide Bay ITV website, but episode 4 is currently underway, and Sports Week is the perfect time to give a little teaser about it, because it's all about it's all focused on NRL, particularly, hint hint, not giving anything away here, anyone who's a particular fan of the Bulldogs is definitely going to enjoy this upcoming episode. So stay tuned next couple of weeks. Episode 4 of The Collectors, specifically wink wink all about the Bulldogs, is going to be up and running.
Akib just wants to know what anthology means.
So basically a fancy word for a collection, a hoard, yeah.
Thank you, Dan, for that lovely word of wisdom there, mate. Appreciate it.
And I'm sure we could maybe run some sports memorabilia in here a couple of nights if people have got something laying around their house that they'd like to show off.
Absolutely.
Bring it in, and I'm sure we'd be able to talk about it.
Every collection's got a little story behind it, and that's one thing that I love about being on The Collectors, is getting to see the story and the history behind and the passion that these people have for their collections. So,
Bit of an anthology, Akka.
oh yeah.
Yes. Thank you for that. Yes, thank you for that, Daniel.
Righto, thanks very much, Victoria. Okay, we're going to head to another break. Coming up after the break, we're going to hit all things cricket, including the Big Bash auction. It was how the fortnight ago. We'll be right back.
Our programs are made by the very heartbeat of our town. It's our people that make our programs about us and what we do. From an early morning Anzac Day service to local sport, lively conversation about the game, to local music and the food we grow. Our people watch our locally made programs starring us and what we do. Your business can reach our audience in several very cost-effective ways. To find out how, send us an email or call for a no-obligation chat.
Hello, welcome back to the show. Time to talk all things cricket. Cricket season's kicked off around the Bundaberg region. Last weekend with the Rum City Food Senior competitions starting, 3 grades in action again, 6 very hotly contested games. Start with Division 1, North taking on East. North batted first, 227, Brendan Hanley with 48, and Patrick Power, a bloke I know you two guys know pretty well, chipped in with 42.
Did he?
But they were chased down by East, 7 for 229, with Arden Lankowski making the switch back to East after having last season at Brothers with 109 off 57, 11 fours and 7 sixes.
Holy. Wow.
So he got amongst a few, and Jack Munro making the change from across the waves over to East this year with 31 not out at the end to get him home. So I know you're having a run with a few of the East boys. There's Arden. I know he's gone overseas now, but there would have been a bit of chat from Arden about getting 100 first up with there.
Look, I've been new to this club this year. I haven't heard, much. I only saw what's been on the chat on the on Messenger. But the boys were, the way the chat was they were so happy that he's got a ton this year already in the first game. It was, and it's also fantastic for the club, just to do that. So. upwards and on and upwards for the bloke. And yeah, looking forward to see what else he can provide for the rest of the year for Rhys.
Yep. And the other game, Brothers 5 for 320 with Ollie Bogue 80 off 47 with 5 fours and 6 sixes. And Mitch Parsons with 77 defeated ATW 8 for 300. Sean Stutchbury 97 not out and Luke Owen 56. So very high scoring game there for a one-day game of cricket. And a bit of controversy there. Wave would dock 2 overs for a slow over rate. So they only face 43 overs. So they face another 12 balls. I reckon they might get the chocolates.
I think they would have. That's the one thing about cricket. You've got to be aware of the time because it's time critical. And lesson learned. First game, they won't make that mistake again.
Yep. And Division 2 wins there to ATW and also to East. And in Division 3, wins to East. You guys, second last ball.
Yeah, first game for East for myself. I've come from Surfers Paradise and come over here and play, and it's got out there, and I got out on a reverse sweep, so that ran out. But Richmond, was the second last ball, 48 runs, hits a 4, wins the game and gets his 50. It was fantastic, but one thing that did play a factor in the game was the wind. It was absolutely blowing a gale over there, and every time you were bowling the ball, it would always go. I think that side got 37 wides. It was wide after wide, so I think the wides came in second best for our run rate. But it was good, and it was good to get the first win on the board on a close game. So it was good.
So wins to East there in all 3 grades. Richmond backed up his 53 with 4 wickets as well.
Yes.
And the last game, ISIS 228 defeated North 4 for 216. Scott Willing getting 88 for ISIS and Matthew Tucker 86 for North. So,
by the way, I've got a question. How'd you go with your first game of cricket for the season? Stop talking about me. What about you?
Okay, without being no wickets, but bowled pretty tight.
What happened? I think we're both playing at East. What happened, mate? All we could hear in the first 2 over 3 overs was
we were 3 for 2 or something like that. So it wasn't a good start, but Brendan Prosliner chipped in with a good 80 odd to get us.
How many runs did you get? I got 23 off 30.
I didn't bat. I was DMB, mate. I'm the 12, mate. You know me. I don't bat. And there's a lot of people around that'll back you up about that. So, no.
You're going to have to lift your game, all right?
We will. So, Friday a couple of weeks ago, we had the Big Bash auction with the same 4 franchises, Taipans, Heat, Pies and Vikings. It was an interesting sort of a night. We'll just start there with the Heat. They retained Arden Wankowski, Sam Pearson, Ryan Norton and Pat Marshman. Their big probably get was Ollie Horn, the English import that's coming over to play for East this year.
Wow, that's huge.
So they picked him up. And Chris Napper went at a fair price there to stay at the Heat. Headlands Pies, Richie Parsons will return as captain. Retained Conan Hard, Hayden Pope and Jaden Santa Catarina. And a few names there. Jesse Richardson returns to the Pies after a few years off. Paddy Power went for $3,000, Nimmo. Do you reckon he's worth it?
Well, Paddy's a weapon. He's. I'm interested to know what Acker went for.
Mate, first season, no one know who I was, so I got 0. But I'm just looking down here right now, and Rhys Grills. How the hell does everybody else get, 2,800? Callum gets 2,900. You come out with a whopping $5,300.
So the story is...
This has got to be a really good story.
The story, each team had 15,000 salary cap.
Yeah, and
Pies had one player left.
Taking a third of the cap.
Pies had one player left and they had 5,300. So Bill Moorhead sat there and goes, $5,300 to Rhys Grills. So that's why.
You telling me Billy Moorhead, who I see down at Park Run at Bagara, is paid there's a $5,300.
Well, he had to use up the cap.
Gee, lucky he bowled tight.
Keeping it in the bank.
Lucky he bowled tight the weekend.
And how many? And did you bowl on the weekend?
Yeah, I did.
Well, okay, what'd you bowl? Come on, how many overs?
8 overs, none for 27.
That's tight.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. But you're still not worth $5,000.
Not worth $5,500.
No, you're not. And Billy Moore's Dreaming, seriously.
But anyway, the Pies are going to go. We're going to go 3-peat, 3 in a row.
What, you think you're going to be like the NRL with the Penrith Panthers and go three-peat?
Yeah. Searles RV.
I just question, you're paying the umpires. Seriously, you must be paying the umpires for this.
Maybe. Searles RV Centre Vikings retained Scott Irwin, Jeremy Haxma, Eric Peterson and Ollie Bogue. They picked up Adam Posibon, returns back to the Vikings, very dangerous bat. And Callum Nybecker makes the change. I believe he's gone to the Vikings as well. He was at the Heat last year. So, yeah. And the Taipans retained Chris Duff, Mitch Waters and Luke Sino, Lockie Haycox. They spent $5,900 on Jaden Bond and $5,600 on Trent Seeds.
You got outdone, mate.
I did get outdone.
You really got outdone. $5,900. Jeez.
What those guys do this week?
Bondi got a few, I think. I don't think Seedsy played.
No, I don't think so.
So, yeah, Jaden Bond, very good get. Went very early and Owl went very hard for him. So.
No wickets, just bold tight.
So that commences on October 6th, the Big Bash competition. So
yeah, it'd be good.
T10 doubleheader, all 4 teams on the one night. So
Jeez,
will be all live coverage from Wide Bay ITV.
Yeah,
so.
and get around Wide Bay ITV.
We'll be at the Racker.
Yeah, they do a lot, hey, don't they?
Maybe we can get you two in the commentary box. We've got some footage coming up later of you two in the AFL commentary box, but we might pass judgment after we see that footage.
Yeah, right. I didn't know that.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Just,
so who do you, out of those, you know a few of those guys, who do you think is probably the favourite, Saka?
Oh, I can't go past yourself, Grills here, Jesse Richardson. I think you look at Collingwood this year, the Pies are doing well, but they won't beat Brisbane if they make the grand final. But I think the Pies will probably win it. I mean, the Heat did really well last year.
Yeah. They got a pretty fair squad again.
Yeah, they do. But
Taipans have probably got a strong 6 or 7.
One thing I do want to see, can Jesse repeat what he did last year and hit one into the stand? I think it was in the second last row of the stadium. Let's see if he can do that again. Yes. Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Yes. Time will tell.
Yes.
Whether he can.
Pies are favourite, surely. Early.
Pies, yeah,
early.
the cricket.
If you're a betting man, and bet responsibly, but I would, I'd have a little bit on those, I reckon.
On the Pies here?
On the Headland Pies.
Headland Pies? I think the Headland Pies have got this one.
Is Jay Rich keeping?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, well, time will tell. As we said, October 6th, get out there and have a look. Be a big event. Okay, so yeah, a few more names there. Jaden Bond, first season he's played in the Big Bash. He can hit a long ball, so I reckon he could be very dangerous. Chris Duff hit a few big ones. As we said, Arden hit seven sixes on the weekend. Ollie Bogue hit 5 sixes. So, yeah.
What do you think, Victoria? What do you think by looking at, look at that for a hit?
Oh, that's a shocker.
It's
That's an absolute shocker.
But it went for 4, didn't it?
Thick outside edge, didn't it?
Oh, look at this. Oh.
That was the grand final. Poor Corey Pope.
Yeah. You could have caught that, wouldn't you, Victoria?
Oh, I would have probably donked off my nose first, but yeah.
Lenny Child's not playing this year. There's a couple there from Lenny, but Scotty Irwin, captain and Vikings again. So
I could have hit that.
See?
Easy.
Every team needs a Batman.
Is there girls' cricket? Is there girls, Big Bash?
Oh, there's not locally.
No?
No, there's stuff in there.
Jeez,
the Arthur Richardson.
Geez, that was a good ball by Arthur then, wasn't it?
So yeah, all to come in the Big Bash. So
it all starts off slow and then it really picks up at the end.
We're ramping straight into it this year.
Oh, really?
T10s, 10 overs.
T10s?
Hell for leather.
Holy.
Strap yourselves
That
in.
would be exciting.
Yes.
Bring the seatbelt. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Okay, on
Holy.
that, we're going to head to our last commercial break, and then after the break, we'll be back with AFL and also weekend preview.
Rum City Foods stocks everything. Paul's milk, frozen products, packaged foods, dairy, bakery, drinks, chemicals, and all the hospitality packaging you need. Find them at rumcityfoods.com.au or at their massive new premises on Commercial Street, Bundaberg.
Okay. Earlier this month we had the AFL Grand Finals. These two guys on the panel here, they had what to do with the AFL this year, including the AFL show, so they're going to know more than me, but AFL Day was a good day.
Yeah, it was a sensational day, Dan. It was held down at Hervey Bay Bombers. It all started at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I think it finished at 7:30 with the seniors. Hervey Bay sort of had a field day down there. They won the under-12s, 14s, the 17s, the reserves, and the seniors. And ATW women came away with the grand final win. So that was really good for Bundaberg that we did get something. But Hervey Bay Bombers were way too strong on the day. Nimo, weren't they?
They're a really good football club, Hervey Bay Bombers, and they're just. I think Hervey Bay have been lucky that a whole heap of ex-Victorians moved there at the right time, and they've been able to develop a really good and successful football club, and hats off to them. But it was a cracking day, and they got most of the chocolates.
I mean,
it was good. It was good for the Waves to get a win too.
Yeah, it was.
It made the bus trip home exciting.
Were you guys?
Akka, you were actually on my bus, and then you left and jumped.
Were
on the
you
women's
guys
bus
surprised at the closeness of this grand final? I think it was 14 points.
Yeah, 100%. We were. Yeah. We sort of bolted off early because we didn't want to sort of.
We had to get back because the.
Well, we didn't want to watch
around.
whoever was going to win and then bask in their glory, because obviously we weren't in the grand final. So we thought, let's just at home. But that's
But we got the women here. They did really well. Not only that, Scout Strong was the league best and fairest. So she did really well. Polled some really good votes. So it was really good for her, and she got the best on ground for the women's for the grand final as well. So she sort of had a good year and took out the club best and fairest as well. So she had a fantastic year.
Yeah.
Also,
Waves across the Waves did really well in all the.
Clint
Wagstaff
won it. Paul Morgan from the reserves, with Dan coming runners-up in the reserves, and Isaac Ho for the 17s. He polled really well. So that was good to see.
Yeah, and back-to-back for the Waves girls. They'll be chasing the three-peat next year.
Yeah, well, Michael Blairy's sort of doesn't look like he's coaching next year, so he just wants to have a break and probably concentrate on more on footy. But look, to Blairy and Grego, they did a fantastic job for the women this year, and also their helpers behind the scene was fantastic, so it was good to see.
Yeah.
Got anything, Nim?
Oh no, you've covered it, Acco.
So have I covered it? No.
Mate, look, footy's over, and we're looking forward to. Obviously, we're playing the Masters Carnival in a couple of weeks.
Well, it's not only that. You got the nines happening this.
Yeah, we got AFL nines coming up as well, and so there's a fair bit going on. So yeah, that's all yesterday's news, and we just look toward the future. No point living in the what do they say? Yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, and today's a present. So
Nimmo's right. Nimmo and Clint, who won the league for the seniors, we're all going down for the Masters Carnival in 2 weeks at Sunshine Coast. They've got 1,700 players now, I believe so.
Wow.
From all over Australia. We're all going to be at the Sunshine Coast for a week of football. It's going to be fantastic.
Plenty of deep heat and ice packs, I'd imagine.
No, plenty of frothies, mate. It's
a couple of Grand Ridges, pale, all right?
There you go. No, Dan's going to be into it, but it's going to be a fantastic week on the Sunshine Coast, and really looking forward to it.
Yep. No, it should be a good week, and we'll probably be live from there, I reckon, at some stage during our broadcast. And we might have the great man Jason Ackermanis with us, hopefully.
Yeah,
so
Alistair Lynch is there,
and Alistair Lynch maybe as well. But we'll get a bit going, and it should be good.
As I touched on earlier, you guys jumped in the commentary box during the grand final.
Well, this will be interesting.
This is and there's a bit of footage that's come out of this, so let's have a look.
Oh, God.
Oh, here's trouble.
So that's, jeez.
For Chase, so fingers crossed for those Bundaberg supporters, the Eagles supporters, that he slots this one through the middle of the diddle diddle. Yeah, nice little chip kick over the shoulder there. Gives him a bit of time. Backs are there with the bub.
Nice mark there. just inside the boundary line. He's played on straight away.
Looking to go inside a little bit. Yep, nice.
They're going to look to come into the middle here. He's looking. He's now bringing it in. That wind coming across the ground has not done him any justice there.
He's slotted another major there. So well done, Harvey Bay Bombers. Well done, Lincoln.
Just got a pinch on the bum there, mate, by Cripsy.
The president of the Brothers Bulldogs.
He's in a happy mood already.
And he'll be getting himself ready for the reserves grand final coming up next.
Yes, that I'll be umpiring.
Oh, geez, you don't stop, do you?
No, I don't.
I have been stitched up.
Anthony Hudson ate your heart out, you folks.
Seriously, there's a stitch up with the producer around here somewhere. Like, where's that come from? Oh no, it was a good day.
No. So I was sitting there drinking my cokes and having a bit of a commentary session there with Acker, and no, it was a good day.
You just didn't realise the microphone was turned on.
Yeah, well. Yeah, no, not our finest moment, Acker.
No. What do you think, Cam?
Well, maybe we won't get you in the box for the cricket.
Pretty nice. I reckon cricket would be a little bit easier to commentate. It's a little bit, well, I'm not going to say it's a bit slower, Grillsy, because you're a bigger man than I am, but I'll be in that.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
All right. Right, let's look forward to the weekend. I believe we got round 2 of the senior cricket fixtures.
Yeah, this weekend.
Split round. It's only the Brothers and Norths game. Waves and East are playing later on in October. Good friend of mine and across the way cricket president Luke Owen is getting married on Saturday.
Oh, good on him.
So congratulations to Luke and his lovely partner Chelsea. I hope everything goes well for them. And I think there was about 15 blokes. So Waves just weren't going to have a team, so we're playing a split round.
Yeah, that's fair.
Big weekend, preliminary final weekend. They say if you can't get to a grand final, preliminary grand final in Melbourne is the weekend to go to. Friday night, Pies versus GWS.
Come on, what's your thing, Grillsy? Come on.
I think Pies will be too strong, but my heart wants GWS
Victoria,
to win.
what do you think?
I'm going to keep it a secret.
No, no secrets here. What's your tip?
Oh, come on, don't make me say it.
What?
Oh, fine, GWS.
Look, I'm going to agree with you on this one. If GWS bring their running game, and they've done it all through the final series, I think they may topple the Pies, and it'll be. And I'm tipping Brisbane up at the Gabba against Carlton, and I think it might be a Brisbane GWS. But if GWS don't get there, it'll be back 20 years, Brisbane versus Collingwood, 2003.
That's the one, yeah,
Yes.
that's 100%. Yeah, GWS, they're fast.
They are fast.
They're the Orange Tsunami. That's what they said at the start of the year. They want to be called the Orange Tsunami. That's what they want to be known for, and that's what they are. You see them just running in droves, and they just run like a wave. They just run. They were so fast on the weekend, but Collingwood are a good team, and they've been the best team all year. I think Collingwood win, and I think the Blues probably played their grand final last week.
I was going to say, does anyone give Carlton a chance?
No, I think they got a
talks about the Gabba record 12, 13 in a row.
Yeah, 13 in a row.
And they got a bit beat up on during the last weekend as well. So I reckon that might have been their grand final. So like I always say, bet responsibly, but Brisbane Collingwood grand final.
Yeah. Jack Payne plays?
Probably.
Yeah, I think he'll play. Yeah. Jack Gunston's probably another in as well for the Lions as well, so that just strengthens their forward line up. And you got Gunston, Hipwood, Danaher, Cameron, Rayner. The list goes on. So it's a very good forward line. Hard to stop. Very hard to stop.
Good Hawthorn bloke, hey, Cam, Jack Gunston.
Yeah, taught him everything he knows.
And the other code, the NRL Friday night Panthers Storm. I think it's the highest price of a preliminary finalist in so many years. Storm are about $5. As Nemo keeps saying, gamble responsibly. Panthers about $1.15. So I think the Panthers are too strong. Luai supposedly coming back in, so they'll be too good. But Saturday, who wants to be a sports fan in Brisbane this weekend?
Yeah. So the Lions I think the Lions are kicking off at 5 o'clock, and then the NRL is kicking off at 7:50 to make sure spectators can get to both grounds. That's really good to see by both codes. But Broncos Warriors, wow. Warriors are flying from Sydney back to Newcastle, back over now to Brisbane. I think.
Do not be on the roads in
No,
Brisbane. Don't
think.
even think about
I
it.
think.
You'd be better off walking.
Catch a train, get on the buses, use the public transport. But Broncos, Panthers grand final, no doubt about it.
Yeah, they've been the best two teams all year, and I don't think anyone.
It's a shame Pappinghouse. I think as a Pappinghouse.
Pappenhausen now.
for Melbourne. That's shattering for Melbourne. But
He's been unlucky, hasn't he?
he has. Melbourne would be better with him in the team, but Melbourne's going to struggle. Broncos. What? Broncos.
Yeah. No, you blokes hit it. Yeah, 100%.
What do you think, Cam?
Yeah, Broncos.
Broncos. Other game.
I don't know. They've had plenty of experience.
It's Craig Bellamy, isn't it?
Yeah. I wouldn't write them off completely.
I'm paying fives. You win some, you lose more. Just saying.
Got a bet responsibly.
Yes. All right, well, we'll see what happens over the weekend, and I'm sure we'll wrap it all up this time next week.
Drink responsibly, gamble responsibly, and it's been a good show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Victoria, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Nimmo, well done. How'd you enjoy the first night behind the bar?
Thank you, Grand Ridge. Beautiful drop, this pale ale. Can't wait to see what's available next week.
Cam, thanks for joining us. We'll catch up during the year. Aga, we'll see you next week.
Good to see you, Grillsy.
Yeah.
I still can't believe you
Thanks
got
to the sponsors.
$5,300.
Thanks to Heavenly Holidays and Grand Ridge Brewery. And as I said, see you next week. Bye for now.